Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of The Death of a Galaxy. The sky is falling, shouted Chicken Little. How do you know? Asked Henny Penny. Because a piece of it just hit me on the head, answered Chicken Little, and he showed her a star. A fairy tale? Perhaps.
Evening Star, this is Space Control. Come in, please.
Earth Control. This is Evening Star. Go ahead, Chief.
We've recorded an explosion in Vector 5. What goes on out there, Maze?
There's been a collision of two planets, each of them about the size of Earth's moon. The energy released by such a disaster will be enormous.
Scott's in that vicinity, isn't he?
They're surveying a planet in that sector, yes. I was about to contact him. Scott, Crystal, and Taurus are surveying on the planet, unaware that the solar collision has put them in jeopardy.
No question about it, Taurus. It's the richest deposit we've come across yet.
There's the Claxton. Dad must be trying to reach us.
He wouldn't contact us unless it was important.
Warm up the moonmobile, Taurus. No sense walking when we can ride.
My sentiments exactly, Skipper. Your carriage awaits. Professor Mace to Scott McCloud. Come in, please. Scott, if you can hear me, come in. Professor Mace calling survey team.
Got it. Survey team to Evening Star. Go ahead, Professor.
Scott, two planets have collided in the galaxy you're exploring. It will have repercussions on your planet. Suggest you take off immediately.
How long do you estimate before the released energy reaches us?
A minute, an hour? I have no exact figure yet. The sooner you leave, the safer you'll be.
Dad, we've noticed our sun is getting larger. That have any significance?
One moment. I'll check the computers.
It's an earthquake. Know something, Skipper? For a moment, I'd have sworn I had the shakes.
What a time for jokes. An earthquake can only mean trouble.
Hold it, gang. Here's the professor.
Scott, that sun you've been observing is more than 10 times the size of our sun. The energy released by the two exploding planets is forcing that planet you're on into the giant sun.
Good heavens.
Your planet will probably explode within the hour. Leave the equipment and blast off at once.
Okay, Professor. We're leaving now. Out here.
Leave the equipment? Some of that stuff is irreplaceable.
We may not even have time to get the Starduster off this planet. Now, get into your space helmets.
Scott, the temperature. It's 200 degrees and rising.
Someone's trying to reach us, Skipper.
It's Professor Mace again. Crystal, get aboard the Starduster and prepare for blastoff. Taurus, you get the analyzer from the moonmobile and hurry.
I'll join you as quickly as I can.
Right, Skipper. We're on our way. This is the Evening Star calling Scott McCloud. Come in, please.
Go ahead, Professor.
I'm glad I caught you. I think we can save your planet and its moons.
Good, Professor. But make it snappy. The temperature here is at 200 degrees.
I have alerted a task force on intergalaxy patrol.
They're carrying megatomic bombs, enough to blast that sun into another orbit. You can rendezvous with those boys in Vector 5 within the next 10 space periods.
Hold it, Professor. Here comes another jolt.
And this one's a Lulu.
Skipper, this is Taurus. Are you all right?
Okay, here. How's Chris?
That's just it, lad. She's not aboard.
What's that?
She was right behind me when the earthquake hit.
She must have been caught in the heat blast.
Then she disappeared. I thought maybe she'd gone back with you.
With the temperature over 200 degrees, Crystal lies unconscious at the bottom of a huge crevice. Will Scott and Taurus find her in time? Be sure to watch the next exciting adventure of Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of the death of a galaxy. Remember last time, while Scott, Crystal, and Taurus were surveying a small planet, two nearby planets collided. Professor Mace notified them that they were in immediate danger of being caught in the tremendous heat waves released by the explosion. Warned them they have less than an hour before the planet explodes. Scott sent Crystal and Taurus to the Starduster to prepare for an emergency blast-off. While on their way, a tremendous earthquake occurred, and Crystal disappeared at the bottom of a huge crevice.
Taurus, have you checked the area?
Aye, lad. She's nowhere to be seen.
Taurus, use the audio scanner and see if you can pick up her frequency.
Right, Skipper. I should have thought of that.
Call me as soon as you've spotted her and hurry out here. This is Scott McCloud calling the Evening Star. Come in, Professor.
Mace here. Go ahead, Scott.
We lost Crystal in that last quake, Professor. We've got to find her.
Hold it, Skipper. I think we found her.
Scott, Taurus, help me.
Her signal's pretty weak, Skipper.
I'll try to bring her in on the viewer. There she is, about 20 points east of here. That heat blast must have swept her clear.
Check her environment indicator. I'm going after her.
Better take the moonmobile, lad.
It's hotter than blazes out there.
Right, Taurus. Keep in contact. With luck, I'll make it.
Better hurry, Skipper. She's in trouble. Her pressure suit is at maximum limit. Blood pressure high, CM dangerous, and holy cats. Radiation's at critical. She's unconscious again.
Taurus, this heat is murder. I can't read the control panel. If I could just...
Steady, lad. I'll cover you with a BRB ray.
This should cool you off, Skipper.
Thanks, Taurus. That did it. Keep me covered.
Aye, lad. Her pulse is getting weaker, lad.
I see her, Taurus. Get the decontamination chamber ready.
Aye, Skipper.
Easy does it. Got her, Taurus. Stand by.
Good work, Skipper.
We're coming back to the ship. Keep that ray on us.
Don't worry, lad. I've got you covered. As soon as you're aboard, Skipper, I'll activate the decontamination chamber. Calling Intergalaxy Task Force, MC-359. Come in, please. Calling Intergalaxy Task Force, MC-359. Come in, please. This is Professor Mace on the Evening Star calling MC. Come in, please. Commander O'Hara of Task Force MC-359. We read you, Professor. Over.
You will be rendezvousing with the Starduster within the next space period.
You mean they haven't left that planet yet?
Not yet. They're in trouble out there. But knowing that bunch, they'll make it okay.
I hope you're correct, sir. We'll know soon enough and we'll report back. Approaching Sector 3, sir. Check. Great Scott. If they're not off that planet by now, they're in big trouble. You two all right now?
What would I ever do without you two?
Stand by. Prepare for emergency blast-off.
Batteries active.
Cabin pressure, go.
What the...
God, it's another quake.
It's the biggest yet, Skipper.
We're going over.
Something's pulling us over. It's apparently the gravitational pull of the approaching planet.
Oh, no. If the Starduster topples, how can Scott, Taurus, and Crystal ever get off this hostile planet? Don't miss the next exciting episode of Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of the death of a galaxy. Last time, Torres spotted Crystal lying unconscious at the bottom of a crevice, where she was thrown during the earthquake. Scott went after her in a moonmobile, while Torres stayed in the Starduster and covered him with a cooling ray to keep his temperature within environmental limits. Scott recovered Crystal and returned to the Starduster while they were about to make an emergency blast-off in order to escape from the doomed planet. But the gravitational pull of the giant sun began pulling the Starduster over.
Brace yourself. We're going to hit.
Firing port retro rocket. All right, stand by for blast-off.
Professor May's calling Starduster. Come in, Scott. Scott! Scott, are you all right?
Yes, Professor, we're all A-OK.
But it's going to take a week before we get rid of these goosebumps.
Good work, Scott. If my calculations are correct, the task force should be entering your sector about now.
And there they are, Skipper. Johnny on the spot. Approaching rendezvous course.
Commander O'Hara, Starduster. If you've a mind, we'd like a word with you.
Oh, yeah, we're glad to see you.
Is that chubby freeloader with you?
Of all the mistakes made by IGP, this is the worst. Sending Commander O'Hara to help us is like sending a fox to help the chickens.
I know you'd be jealous, you red-bearded old goat.
Red-bearded old goat, is it? Why, you blasted...
Hold it, Torres. We've work to do. O'Hara, did Professor Mace brief you on this operation?
We're to lay our megatomic bombs on this side of the green sun. This should shove the monster into another orbit and save your planet.
Right, O'Hara. That's our understanding.
Then if your red-bearded fry cook will excuse us, we'll get on with it.
I'm sure you will. Good luck. And out here.
That blasted Irishman and me served our apprenticeship aboard the same vessel. He's a nut, but I'd trust my life in his hands.
We know it's silly.
You two would like to watch the show, check the big viewer up there.
Ready now. Follow me. If we can just drop them in between the two planets, we should be able to make them change their orbital path and they won't collide.
Jumping Jupiter.
Good golly. Look at that.
Crystal, check the distance between the sun and planet. See if they're still closing.
Right, Scott.
I hope this works, Scott. That planet is loaded with valuable minerals.
The planet is still falling into the sun. It didn't work.
Hold on, Chris. The fleet's going in again.
Flight Leader O'Hara to all ships. We're dropping those eggs too far out, boys.
We've got to get in closer.
You can fry an egg in my control panel right now, Commander. I'm getting the tan right through my spacesuit, sir.
This is not an order, boys, but I'm going in. You can wait up here for me.
Go ahead, O'Hara. We're right behind you. Roger.
Thanks, fellas. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, drop! I'm in trouble, Commander. Magneto's out. Engine failing.
Keep your nose up. Your momentum should get you out of the gravitational pull.
It's no use, sir. Too hot. Engine out. I'm afraid this is it.
Scott, look. One of the ships is falling into the sun.
Jumping Jupiter. No, no.
Oh, Scott, isn't there anything we can do?
We're going in. Taurus, stand by the BRB ray.
Aye, Skipper. Just say when. One of the Space Force ships is falling into the sun. Can Scott do anything to save the crew from almost certain destruction? Don't miss the next exciting episode of Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of The Death of a Galaxy. Last time, while Scott, Taurus, and Crystal were preparing for an emergency blast-off from the doomed planet, the Starduster started to topple. Scott saved it by firing retro rockets, and they blasted off to join the task force commanded by Taurus' old classmate O'Hara. Professor Mace advised them to drop megatomic bombs on the side of the green sun in an attempt to move it into a new orbit. As they went in on a bomb run, one of the ship's engines failed due to the extreme heat, and the Starduster, equipped with a cooling ray, went to the rescue.
We're going in. Taurus, stand by the BRB ray.
Getting mighty hot.
Skin temperature 1800 and rising.
He started. Let's get out of here.
Thanks, McCloud. That's one I owe you.
Our pleasure. You do the same for us.
Welcome back, show-off.
Yeah.
Still no noticeable change. I just don't understand it.
There was enough power released by those megatomic bombs to move two ordinary suns, Skipper.
That green monster must be more powerful than Professor Mace figured.
The sun is still attracting the planet, Scott. If anything, faster.
Stand by. Commander O'Hara's trying to contact us.
Sorry, McCloud. We've tried twice and nothing. Any further instructions?
Hang fire until I've contacted Professor Mace. Maybe he'll have an idea.
Will do. Out here.
Dad will be so disappointed. It's really too bad.
Don't give up yet, lass. Maybe there's still a way.
Go ahead, Professor.
I've been tracking that operation, and here's what I suggest. There's just enough time for one more run. The task force will have to move in closer and concentrate their bombardment. You have a PRP ray aboard the Starduster.
Yes, Professor.
The bombers can't get close enough to the sun because of the heat.
Gotcha, Professor. We'll lead them in and cool the way for them with the BRB ray.
The ray will be effective for only a few seconds. Keep your formation tight. It'll be dangerous, Skipper. Like running through a blast furnace in sneakers.
The heat could melt us if we get too close, Scott. We're at a dangerous point right now.
Can't be helped. Get set for the next run. O'Hara, are you ready?
Yes, sir, Scott. I've never heard of such a thing in all my years of service. But if the professor thinks it'll work, who am I to quibble?
Form up the flight, O'Hara, and follow me.
It'll have to be fast, Scott. The heat friction will be enormous.
We'll have to chance it. We'll rendezvous in Sector 6 after our attack.
Roger. Out here.
Taurus, set the BRB for maximum range. Chris, I want a constant skin temperature report.
Aye, Skipper.
100 degrees to maximum temperature, Scott.
Stand by, gang. Here goes. Good luck, fellas.
Temperature increasing.
Right, Crystal. We're just about in position. All right, Taurus. Now.
Gotcha, Skipper. Here she goes.
Bombs away!
Not a bad shot. I think O'Hara's getting the hang of it.
Scott, we're really in trouble. Temperature is at critical and beyond. Our controls are going out.
Quick, Taurus. Switch to reserve emergency power.
Sorry, lad. There's no response. Controls must be melted.
The Stardust without power to escape as the temperature continues to climb. Don't miss the next exciting episode of Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of the death of a galaxy. Remember last time, Commander O'Hara and his task force dropped megatomic bombs on the side of the green sun in order to change its orbit and avoid a collision with the other planets in Vector 5. Although they dropped their powerful bombs, they were not close enough to be effective. Scott decided to lead the formation closer, covering the task force with a cooling ray. As they made their final pass, the extreme heat began to affect the Starduster's control systems. Taurus switched to emergency power, but the overheated ship would not respond.
Temperature in red critical and climbing fast, Scott.
Jet relays is fused tight. Taurus, can you redirect the BRB to cover us?
I'll try, Skipper. I'll lay a short-range blast across our drift course.
Then hot to it. That may give us the time we need.
Right, lad. She's dead, Skipper. BRB power's gone.
Red critical. 8, 9.
We're approaching melting stage, Skipper.
If she'll only hold together a few more seconds.
Critical. 7, 6, 5. Scott, we're cooling off.
That's impossible.
You're wrong, Taurus. Take a look outside. We've fallen into the BRB shield. If we work fast, we can pull out before we pass through it. Get set, gang.
Blast away, lad. You've done it, Skipper. We're clear.
Temperature almost normal.
The heat had fused one of the elements.
Another minute and we'd be roasted to a crisp.
Chris, check the reading. How's that troublesome planet doing now?
Well, that's strange.
What is it?
The indicator shows that the planet has moved away from the sun, but something's happening to it.
Good grief, look! The moons are falling into the planet. We've succeeded and failed at the same time.
Not even Professor Mace could have foreseen this. We'd better notify the fleet to get out of this galaxy at once.
Too bad, McCloud. After all that work.
The danger's not over, O'Hara.
I don't get you.
According to Professor Mace, this entire galaxy can erupt. The force of the exploding planet will activate the green sun.
Energy attracting energy.
Exactly. Our best bet is to get out of this galaxy as fast as we can. Out here.
And here.
Scott, look!
The entire galaxy is gone.
Makes you feel awfully small, doesn't it?
Professor Mace's theory may be right.
What was that, lad?
What right has man to meddle in the affairs of the universe?
Still, we were so close to saving that planet.
Wrong, Chris. Nothing we could have done would have saved that galaxy. There are forces at work that none of us could contemplate.
Call it the law of the universe or whatever. I'm inclined to think, like mere men, a galaxy can grow old and die.
But that could never happen to our galaxy.
Couldn't it?
And so ends the story of the death of a galaxy. Don't miss the next exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud. Space